Hi, I'm Gary Gold, and about 6 years ago I did a video on how to get a great buy in a seller's market. 6 years later, it's still a seller's market. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to take it from the top, talk about that one more time, what I discussed 6 years ago, and I've added a few new tricks that I'd like to discuss as well. So, number one, if you want to get a great buy, know the market. Because if you don't know the market, you'll either write too little or you'll write too much. If you write too little, you're not going to get the house. If you write too much, you'll probably end up backing out during inspections because you realize you overpaid. Number two, you have to be able to act fast, and that also has something to do with knowing the market. If you don't know the market and you see a house and then you have to learn the market, you're going to miss the boat. Number three, see if the seller has a problem that you can fix. I had one situation where there was a very hot house that everyone wanted, and I had the opportunity to bring the seller and the buyer together, and we discovered that the seller needed some money. And my client on the spot says, I will give you $1 million loan today, and then we'll close this escrow. But if you need cash, I can give it to you right now. I'm gonna give you $1 million loan today. And we got a smoking deal because literally we fixed the problem for this guy, and we bought it for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds below the market. Another one that was great is I had a client who literally says, I will buy, it was a $15 million property. He says, I will buy this contingency free. I will sign you an absolute no contingency deal. And he beat, I think he bought that for $2.5 million under market because he solved these people's problem. It was a trust, and they knew once they signed that document, opposed to the other three offers, they would have a deal. I had another situation just 2 weeks ago where before the house went on the market, ended up getting in there, and we met the seller, and we discovered that it might not be so easy for her to move out with a 5-day escrow, which we were offering to be competitive. And he said, listen, I'll close in 5 days. You can have all your cash. You can go buy whatever you want, and you can stay here 2 months, 3 months. You can stay here for $1 a month. Well, this lady who had lived in this home for 50 years, like almost cried. She was so happy. It was such a kind of human connection and such a nice gesture. And the house didn't go on the market, and we did that deal, and my client got a very, very good buy. There are deals to be gotten when things are off market or just hit the MLS, but better yet, properties that have been on the market a long time also have an opportunity. I remember when I was single and I was doing online dating, I had discovered if you sent an inquiry to a girl who just went on Match.com or whatever at the very beginning, she had 300 inquiries. If she was a good-looking girl, she had 300 inquiries the first day. I discovered once you contact that same girl 6 months later, she's not getting 300 inquiries. Maybe she's getting 3. And it's much easier to cut through the noise. And finally, that idea about communicating with that seller or communicating with that listing agent, having them know you, who you are. Be on the short list of listing agents who have properties for sale, because great deals are rarely on the MLS priced as a great deal. There are often deals that end up getting crafted as a great deal when things have been on the market a while and someone all of a sudden goes from maybe they were overpriced and now they need to sell it now. If you are someone that the agent knows that, hey, that guy was interested, we should call them, and you get that call, you could get really the best type of deal that's out there in a market like this. If they don't know who you are, you're not going to get that deal. If you want me to help you find a great deal, feel free to call me, text me, email, carrier pigeon, smoke signals. Any way you want to communicate, I'll communicate. Thank you.